Kyle, when you're watching, you only get 15 minutes of action tonight. The offense, are you a little itchy on the sidelines? Want to get out there?
Yeah, we kind of knew what kind of game it was going to be going into this. Playing Army, so it's really frustrating. Being an offense, watching, having to watch the defense all night. I think they did a great job. Persevering though. But like you said, it's frustrating. When you got to make the most of your possessions. I think we did that the first half. The defense came out the second half and did their job, and unfortunately, I turned the ball over. I'm just glad we got the win at the end of the day.
Was it hard to feel like you had to be perfect because you knew you weren't going to get very many opportunities, and was that maybe what happened on your interception?
Trying to create, separation as far as, the score goes. Same thing as last week. We had an opportunity to come out and, kind of leave the opponent. And, tonight we really didn't. But like I said, that's a good team. It was a hard-fought game. And, we've worked the situations, many of times. And coming out in overtime and get the win it was pretty special. But, yeah, like you said, as far as pressing goes, you can't press in those situations, but yeah, taking care of the ball is vital. It's key.
Was it hard to believe almost at times in the game, like we're in the third quarter?
Yeah.
It seems like I've barely been out here at all.
When they're just, when they did a good job on offense. I don't know how you prepare for something like that. As far as it's almost like it's not really football. They're just. Fullback dive, option right, option left. It's tough, but when you're sitting there and they're driving the whole length of the field, and they've taken off 10 minutes, and you're just sitting there over there waiting to get the ball back. It's definitely tough.
Is this as fresh as you've probably felt after a football game?
Yeah, I wasn't tired at all. we had the ball like 16 minutes or something like that. 15, yeah. Felt like 4.
What was the mindset going into overtime? Because I know you had to be disappointed after missing the field goal.
Yeah, but we could have hung our heads, and that would have affected us. And at that moment, you can't do that. We stayed in it, stayed locked in. Coach Riley called us all up, and we like I said, we've worked that situation many times, and I think it showed. So getting the win, really proud of the guys. It was a good win.
Did you know that, after they ruled that Miles was out of bounds in overtime, were you like, we know we have the next play in our back pocket?
No. I thought he scored, but, he didn't. And then, Coach Riley just called a play, and we just, our job to execute. That's really what it was.
This is 2 weeks in a row that, you lead the team on a big drive last week. You guys make the field goal this week. You missed the field goal, but then you bounce back in overtime. What's your mindset going into those situations? You seem to be pretty confident going into those.
Yeah, it's my job to stay cool, calm and collected as far as being composed. If I go down as far as my mentality, thinking we're gonna lose or whatever it may be, then things aren't going good. So at that moment, I just gotta stay myself and just trust the process, trust what I'm seeing, go through my reads and execute. It's really my job. So.
Were they keen on Trey on a lot of those runs? They just kind of left it open for you to.
Yeah, no, I think I could have pulled. I definitely think I could have pulled the 4th and 1, and then walked in the end zone. But no, Trey ran hard. Trey ran good. Offensive line, I think they dominated all night when we did run the ball. So yeah, I don't think they were keen on Trey too much. I think he ran the ball pretty good tonight.
Do you feel like you're getting quicker at making that decision to whether to throw or run?
What do you mean?
It seems like you're just a little bit more deliberate now. Like you're making that decision more kind of point blank.
You got to talk to me about certain plays, because there's a lot of plays where it's not a run. Play action, it may look like I'm supposed to hand it off, but no, it's
that aren't called. The ones that aren't called from the sideline.
What do you mean?
When you have to decide, it's a pass play, but you have to decide to take off. Are you feeling more comfortable in taking off now?
Like I said, a game like this, you got to make the most of your possessions. If it takes me, like say on the touchdown, I dropped back, and it felt like I wasn't in the pocket for a while. I took off pretty early, you could say. But, a game like this, you just got to do what you got to do to get the win. And, if it takes me getting out of the pocket a little early or, pulling the ball and running it for instead of, handing it, I got to do what I got to do to win the game.
Anything else?
Yeah, LA shirt again?
No.
The shoes.
Yeah.
Those things are shiny.
Yeah, they're Nikes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody. That's all for tonight.